So this video is about flash floods, what to do and what not to do if you're in Hawaii during a flash flood. And you really do not want to swim in somebody else's poop. Here are some of the most important things to do during a flash flood in Hawaii. One of the questions you might have is there a flash flood season? Aloha guys from beautiful Hawaii. Beautiful, some of you might say. What the hell is wrong with this beach back here? Well, we are in Haleiwa right now, and recently we had a flash flood here. One of the questions you might have is there a flash flood season? Well, there's not really a season for it, but flash floods are more likely between November and April. That's our winter here in Hawaii, and that's when we have way more rain than during the summer. So you are on vacation in Hawaii, and now you hear this terrible noise on your mobile, and it says flash flood warning. What do you have to do? Well, let's start with some of the things that you should not do. Number one, you should not go outside. Goes without saying, but during a flash flood, you are more safe if you stay at your hotel or in your apartment or in your house. So do not go outside. Number two, it might seem like a cool idea to check out the flooded areas, but please do not. Please do not go into the flooded areas because it's very, very dangerous. Only 6 inches of water can actually carry you away. The third thing you shouldn't do is you should not go on a hike. Yes, I know it might be tempting to do this great waterfall hike that you always wanted to do, especially after or during a rain, because then the waterfall is going to be gigantic, but it is also very, very dangerous. The ground is very muddy, you might slip, you might hurt yourself, or you might get stuck in a flooded area. So do not go on hikes during flash floods. The fourth thing you should not do during a flash flood: do not go surf, do not swim. I understand, you think, well, I'm getting wet anyways, might as well hop in the ocean. Do not go in the water. Number one, you might be swept away by the water that is coming down from the mountains. And the other thing is, the water that's coming down from the mountains might be contaminated. There might be sewage in the water, and you really do not want to swim in somebody else's poop. So now that we talked about some of the things that you should not do during a flash flood, let's get to the things that you should do during a flash flood. Well, one of the things you should do during a flash flood is, number one, you should get to higher grounds if necessary. So stay inside and move your butt up to higher grounds. The next thing you should do during a flash flood is listen to the radio, watch the news if can, so that you know what's going on. Turn around, don't drown. This is number 3 of the things you should do during a flash flood. If you're already outside and you are entering a flooded area, turn around, do not drown. Stay away from flooded areas. Number 4, worst case scenario. Picture this. You're surprised by a flash flood. You're in your car and there's water everywhere. Water is surrounding you. What now? Try not to panic. Keep the doors shut and stay in your car as long as possible. If it gets really bad and you see that there's water entering the car, get out of the car, climb on the roof, and call 911 immediately. These were one of the things you should or should not do during a flash flood in Hawaii. If it's just a rainy day, and yes, we do have them in Hawaii, then check out our tips and recommendations for rainy days in Hawaii. Aloha.